Transformational living is developed because of the joy of the Lord within us. Transformational living is developed because of the joy of the Lord within us. Welcome to Transformational Living Talks. My name is Pastor Randy Butler. We're going to look at 1 Peter chapter 1, verse 8 right now. It says this, "Whom having not seen, you love, though now you do not see him, yet believing, you rejoice with joy inexpressible and full of glory." That's the challenge for us today. That's really the challenge for us every day, is to live with a joy that is inexpressible. We grow up singing sometimes in Sunday school, those of you that may remember this song, "I have the joy, 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 joy down in my heart." And then the question's asked, where? And children love to shout back, "Down in my heart." Where? Down in the depths of my heart. I wonder if sometimes that joy is so deep within our heart that we have failed to allow it to come up to the surface. It's one thing to have joy deep within our heart, but it was intended to be a root, and it was intended to be a something that would blossom in our life so that joy bubbles out of us each day. Circumstances may not be joyful. The people that we may have to deal with in any given day may not be joyful. Stress is never joyful. Yet there is to be this inner joy that is produced on our outward appearance. Because of this inexpressible joy, we recognize that God is at work within us. Can't explain it. It doesn't make really a lot of sense in the world's eyes. But that's okay. A lot of things don't make sense in the world's eyes if we're living close to Jesus. And that's what transformational living is about. It's about living really close to Jesus. If truth be known, we just kind of strip it down to its very bare essence. It's living close with Jesus. It's not complicated. It's really not hard. It's a matter of commitment. It's a matter of time. It's a matter of obedience. And what happens is that when we recognize that we belong to Him, and He desires for us to be with Him, and we have Christ in us, the hope of glory, as we talked about in a previous episode, then what happens is we begin to develop this joy, and it takes root, and it begins to grow and blossom and bear fruit. And this day, my challenge for us is to be conscious of joy inexpressible. You might say, well, I would just like to have joy, much less inexpressible. And I would challenge us today to recognize that God never intended for transformational living to be about a little bit of God. It's about having as much of God as possible demonstrated in our lives. We capture this in our mind and believe it to be true. We feel it in our heart, and then it shows in our actions. I hope that you are challenged with this thought today. I know that I am, and I pray that together God would keep us clean and close to Him. If you'd like to contact me, you may do so at missionincrease.org.